Hello, good day. My name is Patrick Jamson. So I will now demonstrate on how to do a clustering in a RapidMiner. So first thing to do is to import the data. So the name of the data is a woman best score. So it contains here the number of attacks, blocks, and serve. So their sports is valuable. So what we need to do is just need to remove their name and also their shirt number because it's not important. So just need to rename this one score. So in this part, uh, you can see the rank team in attacks and blocks and serves. So it has 245 examples and 6 regular attributes. So first thing to do is to apply the dataset in here in the process. So as you can see here, there are no missing values, so there's no need to be there's no need to do a cleaning or cleansing of data. So let's proceed to the set rows. So our target is to be the beam. Then it should be labeled. So as you can see here, it is the target. So after setting a role, or if your data doesn't have a target, which you just wanted to know the output of the clustering, then you should go to normalization. Normalize. So some of the values can be changed. So after we process it, as you can see here, it already changed. So after doing a normalize, uh, we can now start the clustering. So just need this clustering the k-means. So our k, it depends on the user. So for me, just wanted to put 4. So there could be a 4 cluster. So cluster 0, cluster 1, cluster 2, and cluster 3. So we'll see here the records. So in cluster 0, there is 106 items. So also in 1, there are 37 items. So the total number of items should be 245. So on the folder view, as you can see here, so here are the records. So you just need to analyze on it and check what can be the probability that can be similar in clustering. So let's proceed in the center table. So as you can see here, the output of the clustering. So there are 4 cluster. So it represents here the number of attacks, blocks, and this are normally a ratio. So in this one, so 0.9, uh, it is higher because there it is a ranking system. So this should be a 200. This should be it is over 200 or it is over 100. So their attack is negative. So what it means, so they have a low uh, the number of attacks, also the blocks and serves. So their total is lower too. So in cluster one, so you can see here it shows the negative one. So the ranking system would be higher. So it should be a top one into top 10. Then their attacks also higher. So meaning they have a lot of number and they have a lot of amount that they attack, blocks and serve. So also their total should be higher too. So in the cluster 2, also the same, but in this one they have uh it is lower than the cluster 3 and also in cluster 1. So proceed to the cluster 3. So it should be the second one after getting the records of cluster 1 who are the top or the best players. Then it should be next on the cluster 3 because as you can see here the number of a attacks, blocks and serves in total is higher than the cluster 2. So that is how you check on clustering. So let's proceed in the performance. So just need to get a cluster distance.
So to continue our model, we will use cluster distance performance. So we will connect cluster to example, then cluster to cluster, then performance to result, and we will run. Then, so if we have a four cluster, it will show 5 centroids. So this is our first centroid, the main centroid. Then next, the cluster 0, negative 1.312. And cluster 1, cluster 2, and cluster 3. Then next are Davis-Baldwin. So in Davis-Baldwin, the higher the score, the better. So these are score in our Davis-Baldwin. So that is how we present our clustering model using rapid mining.